Hello students, welcome to the biology session. We have already completed the bridge course. Let us begin with the main syllabus. The first unit is diversity in living world, which includes the chapter the living world. So, as you see the title of our unit, that's nothing but diversity in the living world. Let me give you a brief introduction with this quote. We all are different, which is great because we all are unique. Without diversity, life would be very boring. Diversity in the living world is the first unit in the biology syllabus for NEET preparation. This unit provides a detailed study plan of amazing diversity in living organism. From the perspective of its importance in the NEET exam, the unit diversity in the living world provide approximately 11% of questions from various chapters that are discussed further. My dear students, in this unit we have 4 chapters altogether, and almost all the 4 chapters are quite important, and they are the basis for further other chapters which are included in our syllabus. So it's very important to learn all these 4 chapters in detail. After reading the unit diversity in the living world, you will learn the description of various diverse living organisms from the perspective of taxonomy. It means you will have an understanding of classification, properties, attributes, and exceptional features of living organism. The concept gained in this unit will apply in further chapters like structural organization in plants and animals and reproduction. Hence, it is essential to have a smooth comprehension of the chapter in the unit diversity in the living world. As this unit provides a great lot of examples, features, and factual points, it sometimes becomes tedious to learn the concepts. Therefore, it is imperative to know about the nature of the chapter in the unit diversity in the living world and prepare yourself accordingly. Ultimately, our aim is to make sure that the maximum number of questions are answered from this unit. So, our main motto will be, after reading or understanding all the 4 chapters, you should be able to understand the question and you should able to get more marks how much it is possible from your side. So, in this chapter, in this unit, the first chapter is the living world. Let us have a little bit more information or introductory part for the living world. This chapter introduces the features of a living organism. You will be able to understand the metabolic uniqueness present in the living organism. The world also explains the hierarchy of taxonomic classification and taxonomical aids. Hence, this chapter acts as a base for upcoming chapters of diversity in the living world. My dear students, in this chapter, the beginning or the topics which are going to appear at the beginning will be dealt by one of my colleagues. In that, you are supposed to remember the defining and non-defining characteristics of living organism. You are able to differentiate between living and non-living organism. And the topic which is given to me is biodiversity. Let me pass on to my topic. That's nothing but biodiversity. So, dear students, my topic in this chapter is biodiversity and its terms, binomial nomenclature and its rules, identification and systematics. So, let me try to understand biodiversity. As you can see on your screen, I have quoted one definition. That's nothing but biodiversity is variety of animals and plants in the earth differ in their habit, habitat, mode of nutrition, and physiology is referred to biodiversity. So what is biodiversity, my dear students? In simple word, I can quote one more definition. Biodiversity, the diverse form of organism present on the earth, is called biodiversity. My dear students, you are supposed to memorize or you are supposed to remember the definitions which are appearing in this chapter. So, before whatever comes, one of my colleague has, I think he has explained you and he has given some of the definitions. Now, from my part, this is my first definition. You are supposed to remember either the first one which has appeared on your screen or the second one which just now I have said you. That's nothing but diverse. Biodiversity is the diverse form of organism present on the earth is called biodiversity. Living organism on the earth now between 5 to 30 million. Known and described range of species between 1.7 to 1.8 millions. So what exactly this biodiversity means? What are the types of biodiversity? What is the importance of biodiversity? Let me see. Before going to give you exactly, let me quote one more definition. That's nothing but biodiversity is the variation among living organism from different sources, including terrestrial, marine, and desert ecosystem, and the ecological complexes of which they are a part. This is also a definition given by a scientist. So I'll repeat the definition. Biodiversity is the variation among living organism from different sources, including terrestrial, marine, and desert ecosystem, and the ecological complexes of which they are a part. So let me give you some more information so that it will be easy for you to understand what is exactly biodiversity. Biodiversity describes the richness and the variety of life on earth. My dear students, it is going to describe the variety of life form which is present on the earth. There are number of life forms on the earth like wild animals, birds, insects, microorganisms, aquatic animals, etc., etc. It is the most complex and important features of our planet. Without biodiversity, life would not sustain. So, it's very important to know about biodiversity. The term biodiversity was coined in 1985. My dear students, the year and the name of the scientist plays an important role for the point of NEET and CET. So you are supposed to remember each and everything. Note down, or you can separately write the year and the name of the scientist who has discovered or on which year it is appeared. So the term biodiversity was coined in the year 1985. It is important in natural as well as artificial ecosystem. It deals with nature's variety, the biosphere. It refers to variabilities among plants, animals, microorganisms, species. Biodiversity includes the number of different organisms and their relative frequency in an ecosystem. It also reflects the organization of organisms at different levels. Biodiversity holds ecological and economic significance also. It provides us with nourishment, housing, fuel, clothing, and several other resources. It also extracts monetary benefits through tourism. Therefore, it is very important to have a good knowledge of biodiversity from a sustainable livelihood. So, this is what you have to understand with biodiversity. Now, let me tell you about types of biodiversity. There are 3 types of biodiversity, my dear students. They are nothing but genetic biodiversity, species biodiversity, ecological biodiversity. What is the economic importance of biodiversity? Let me tell you. Biodiversity is a reservoir of resources for the manufacture of food, cosmetics, products, and pharmaceuticals. Crops, livestock, Fisheries and forests are rich source of food. Wild plants such as cinchona and foxglove plant are used for medicinal purpose. Wood, fiber, perfumes, lubricants, rubber, resins, poisons, and rocks are all derived from different plant species. The national parks and sanctuaries are a source of tourism. They are the source of beauty and joy for many people. Let me tell you some more information what is biodiversity in India. India is one of the most diverse nations in the world. It ranks ninth in terms of plant species richness. See, dear students, we are lucky enough because our country ranks ninth in terms of plant species richness. Two of the world's 25 biodiversity hotspots are found in India. It is the origin of important crops species such as pigeon pea, cucumber, cotton, and sesame. India is also a center of various domesticated species such as millets, cereals, legumes, vegetables, medicinal and aromatic crops, etc. India is equally diverse in its faunal wealth. There are about 91,000 animal species found here. Thank you. Let me continue with binomial nomenclature in the next session.